Okay, Jessica, could you just go ahead, choose any card for me, please? All right, go ahead and look at that card, memorize it, show it to our audience. Got it?
Yep.
And just go ahead, put it back wherever you'd like in the deck, please. Right there? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. So your card's lost somewhere in the deck, correct?
Yes.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of these cards right here, and I'm going to turn them face up. And I'm going to mix them together just like this. So you can actually see some cards are face up, some cards are face down. Okay? Now, push them together. I square them off. I give it one quick cut. Snap my fingers. The magic happens. And your card turns face up, and the rest of the cards are face down. Now here's my explanation for the stripper deck. I'm just showing you my favorite tricks with these trick decks, because you can really, with some of these, you can do literally hundreds of tricks, and there's actually DVDs and books devoted to all the tricks you can do with some of these decks, such as a stripper deck. Now how this deck is gimmicked is it's a normal deck of cards, but what they did is they actually shaved the cards, part of the cards off right here. If you get a close-up of that, you can actually see that this side looks pretty normal right here with a border, but this border right here is shaven at a slight angle. Now, what that allows you to do is when someone picks a card, all you have to do is turn the cards around. When they put their card back, you'll automatically be able to tell what card is theirs because they put it in the reverse way. And if you get a really tight shot of that, you can actually see that card sticking out. And you can really feel it too. And you can easily just slide it out like that. Slide out the card like that. Then to put it back on normally so all the cards are the same, you just turn it around. So we'll go through the first phase. They pick a card. While they're looking at the card, I turn the deck around. They put the card back. Now what I want to do is I'm going to divide the deck into two piles. I want to make sure their card that they picked, which is now reversed with the rest as far as the stripper orientation, is at the bottom of where I cut it. So I want it to be on my left side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pile right here, flip it face up. Be very careful about the orientation of the cards. You do not want to turn it around, otherwise you'll screw up the trick. You're going to riffle shuffle the cards together so that you can see that some of the cards are face up and some of the cards are face down. Then you can square the cards off. Now what you're going to do is you're going to strip out the cards. Just like that. The left-hand portion you're going to flip up. Now what this did is it put all the cards back face down except for one card, because that was in the opposite direction and in the bottom pile, which will be their card. So not only did you make all the cards right side up again, but you made their card face up. And that is my favorite trick with the stripper deck. Here's the explanation of that trick I did with the stripper deck. You're going to have the spectator select a card. In this example, it will be the 8 of hearts. While the spectator is looking at the card, you're going to casually and discreetly turn the deck around. So that when they place their card back, it'll be able to strip out. Just like that. But you're not going to reveal it that way. You're going to do it differently. Now you're going to cut the deck into two piles. It's very important that their selected card is in the bottom pile. And you may need an extra cut to do this. So give it an extra cut if you need to. Cut the deck, two piles. You're going to turn both the piles so they're facing the same way and their stripper orientation. Make sure that you do not turn one pile the other way. You're going to flip over the pile on your right. Remember, this card contains a selected card. You're going to shuffle the cards together so some are face up and some are face down. You can show that to the audience so they believe you. Now, because of the nature of the stripper deck, once you push these cards together, you'll actually be able to strip the cards out and put them back on top. But because we put the spectator's card at the bottom pile and the pile on the left that we didn't flip over, it will actually stay face up. So not only did you cut the cards and make all the cards turn face up, the selected card, not only did you cut the cards and make them face down, but now the selected card is actually face up, which makes for a double climax, if you will. And that is my favorite routine with a stripper deck.